All right, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about gentleman scents. This is a series on this channel that I do every year, top gentlemanly scents, which are classy. I did one for you guys last year, I want to say around April, May. So it's been a little late, but better late than never. So today I'm going to give you guys 10 choices for great, gentlemanly, classy fragrance. So when I think about the word gentleman, I'm thinking about elegance, I'm thinking about honor, I'm thinking about gallantry, and I think all these fragrances will help you achieve that, elevate and accentuate your style. So if you want to check out the top 10 gentlemanly scents, classy scents of 2020, guys, stick around. They're coming up next. Hope everyone's having a great day. Before I get started here, thanks for hanging out with me. And of course, if you guys would show me your support, I keep you in the know in the fragrance world, new releases, top videos, unboxings, everything related, fragrance related, savings. So go ahead and touch that subscriber for me. Show me that you do appreciate the channel. So let's get on with the picks. All right, so I'm gonna kick things off with the 10th spot here, which is a fragrance very befitting of this list. This is Gentleman by Givenchy. So it's a gentlemanly list, classy fragrances. This particular fragrance is the cologne variation of this particular collection. And I've talked a lot about this fragrance in the spring and the fall. It is a great scent. This takes that gentleman, aromatic, woodsy, spicy kind of scent profile, adds the note of iris to the fragrance, which gives the scent a little bit of an almond iris kind of a feel, which I do absolutely love. I think it's very gentleman-like, it's very classy, very elegant, very sophisticated, whether you go with the cologne, whether you go with the EDT or the Eau de Parfum, whether you go with the vintage gentleman, which is actually my favorite of them all. Needless to say, the cologne will do the job perfectly to get you smelling like a true gentleman at the 10th spot. Now here's the deal, if you want a very intriguing and very unique type of a floral masculine scent, go with Brioni from the house of Brioni. This is Brioni Men from 2014. And this particular fragrance is going to be a woody, spicy / floral. I love the mid here, which offers magnolia, violet, iris. There's also a hint of oud, there's vetiver, some spices, and resin. A great scent from Brioni. Doesn't come cheap, but I think it's a great one. The bottle looks great, would look great on your vanity with your collection, and the scent itself is a true classy gentleman type of a scent at the 9th spot. At the 8th spot, we have a fragrance here from a house that does it very well when it comes to classy, clean, crisp type of fragrances. And this is from the house of Prada. Not getting much talks lately in the community, of course. This is one that made a ton of top lists back in the day. This is Prada Pour Homme, or Prada Amber Pour Homme from 2009, if I'm not mistaken, or 2006 rather. Now this is going to be a soapy, floral, orange blossom kind of a fragrance with a little bit of vetiver and some spices. I think there's even lavender in here, so it dries down, very soapy, very clean, but it's very gentlemanly-like. It's very well composed. It's gonna get you smelling great. It's gonna get compliments. It's one of the fragrances that people do enjoy the scent. I love the way they did this. And as we know, Prada does it very well when it comes to clean and well composed scent. So if you wanna be that guy that's, cool, calm, and collected, definitely check out. There's a subtle, understated beauty about this fragrance. It's a stunner, guys. At the 8th spot, Prada Amber Pour Homme. At the 7th spot, in my top 5 favorite Hermès fragrances from the Hermès collection, Jean-Claude Elna's masterpiece, we're talking Vetiver Tonka. This is a vetiver-based scent that has pralines, it has creamy sandalwood, some spiciness, a ton of cinnamon in here. It is a gorgeous vetiver fragrance. When I did my top vetiver fragrances of all time, that series I did for you guys last year, which I think was a series of 5 or 6 videos, this was definitely in the top. It is an outstanding fragrance. Its performance on scent alone, it's probably one of the best vetiver, nutty. There's hazelnuts in here. It's the best hazelnut, nutty, almost gourmand type of a vetiver scent. On scent alone, this stuff is just a masterpiece. If the performance was a little stronger, this would have been higher on the list. But needless to say, this is a stunning fragrance, an incredible composition that you should definitely check out. It's a must try if you love vetiver and if you love Hermès, if you like Jean-Claude Elna's fragrance. I go as far as saying that this doesn't make top lists as much as Terre d'Hermès, for example, because it is more pricey and you don't find this at discounters. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this smells 10 times better than Terre d'Hermès. So check this out. If you're a true gentleman out there, if you wanna smell like a true gentleman, this is a must try. At the 6th spot, you can't do a classy gentlemanly fragrances without mentioning Chanel, of course. Now here's the deal. Now Chanel is a fragrance that when you talk Chanel nowadays, you talk about gentleman, classy, you think of Bleu de Chanel. Not the case here. I'm gonna give you one better. This is a hidden gem from Chanel that not many people are, it's not a hidden gem, but not people are really talking about this fragrance. It's kind of forgotten, throw it in the corner somewhere. I revisited this fragrance and it is a true gentleman classy fragrance. Egoiste from Chanel. Guys, this is mahogany, it's cinnamon, it's amber, it's sandalwood. It's got a creamy, woodsy backbone with some fruitiness to the top, with some, aromatic and spicy components. A true masterpiece for a gentleman. Chanel does it well, we all know that. If you want to smell like a true gentleman with a classy, timeless feel, definitely check out Chanel Egoiste. It's not gonna let you know. I even get like a honey vibe to the fragrance. It's like a animalic honey tinge to the scent, along with those woods that I talked about, the mahogany, the rosewood, and the sandalwood, so it dries down a little bit creamy. I think there's some vetiver in here as well. Just a timeless, great fragrance to smell like a true gentleman, guys. Chanel Egoiste, amazing. At the 5th spot, I'm gonna give you guys a leather-based scent that's dark, mysterious, and I don't understand why people don't talk about this fragrance. I think it's a true hidden gem. You probably heard it very, very, very seldom here on YouTube within fragrance groups, top lists. So I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, check this fragrance out. I don't know if it's discontinued or hard to find or why people don't talk about it, but it's an incredible composition from Bottega Veneta. I love this fragrance. It's like a secret of mine that I'm sharing with you today. This is Homme Parfum. This is a leather-based scent. And like I said, this is such an incredible fragrance, guys. So you have fur, you have this resinous components to the fragrance, almost chocolatey. I think patchouli, there's leather, there's saffron here. I almost want to drink this. This is how good this is. It's going to be an amazing leather-based scent. There's some dirty leather in here, a little bit of a dark amber facet to the fragrance. Just a stunner. This is a stunner of a fragrance, guys. I don't even know what to compare this to because it's so unique and so mysterious, but I get a lot of cedar here. I get some woods in the dry down, tons of leather. I get fir balsam here, which makes it resinous. It's just a stunning fragrance, guys. Check out Bottega Veneta Pour Homme. If you can find it, the Parfum version, stunning fragrance. That's why I'm putting this at number 5 here, because it's a little hard to find, but it could have easily been in the top 3. That's how good this is. The 4th spot here should come at no surprise to you guys. You know my taste, you know how much I love vetiver. This has myrrh to the composition, which gives this smoky, resinous facet to the fragrance, along with bergamot. There's other elements in here, so this fragrance is, modeled after the quintessential masculine gentleman fragrance, Eau Sauvage from 1966. This is Eau Sauvage Parfum Edition from 2012. You're gonna have a 2017 version of this fragrance that was reformulated, not as strong or as dark as this one, but still quite good, packing up a gentleman punch. But this here is a masterpiece. If you can find the dark juice, the dark label from 2012, this is where it's at. It's still available out there. Get it while you can. A true gentleman elixir. The whole Eau Sauvage from Dior, the whole Eau Sauvage collection oozes sensuality, masculinity, and gentleman-like facets to the fragrances. So at the 4th spot, Eau Sauvage Parfum. Coming in at number 3, this is a fragrance that I spoke so much and shared so much with you guys last year because it was one of my favorite finds of 2019 from the house of Saharoff. This is Signature Homme, and I put quite a dent on this fragrance from last year. Been wearing this a lot, wear it for the office, dressier occasions. And what this is a neo fougere is what I like to call it. It's like a new version of a fougere type of a scent. It takes a lot of those classic fragrances that we came to love, especially if you're somebody in your 30s or 40s and you've experienced some of the timeless classic fragrances. It took those DNAs and those vibes, infused it with embellished it with a lot of those modern components that we come to love these days. You have cardamom, you have spices here, you have oud. This is just a stunning fragrance, guys. An absolutely head-turning of a fragrance. By the way, I know Saharoff is releasing 2 new fragrances, Royal and Noir, coming up very soon. I can't wait to try them and share them with you, because if this one here is any indication of how good those are going to be, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a treat. At the 3rd spot, Saharoff Signature Homme. Guys, don't snooze on this stuff. This stuff is fire. Speaking of neo fougères, there's a fragrance here that is another one of probably my top 5, actually my top 3 favorite homages of all time. But I could have included Reflection Man, Journeyman, Epic Man. All of those could be amazing gentleman type scents, but I think this is definitely my favorite from the house of Homage, and this is a perfect gentleman scent. Fit for a king. We have Jubilation 25. Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff here is a fougere, an oriental fougere, if you would. It's got a lot of spices. It's got this berry plum-like feel to the fragrance, along with myrrh. There's definitely incense, frankincense. Oh, it smells so good. It's creamy. I think there's sandalwood also. There's some vetiver, a little bit of a tobacco. It's blended to perfection. It's got so many things going for it, but the way it's orchestrated, the way it's structured, it is a masterpiece from Bertrand Chafour. One of my favorite noses in the world of perfumery. Masterpiece from a master perfumer. Guys, check this out. The whole house of Amouage, when it comes to Middle Eastern brands, I think it's, I don't think, it is my favorite of all time. And I think this one here is the best from the brand of what the brand has to offer. Like I said in the beginning, a fragrance fit for a king. Amouage Jubilation 25 at the second spot from the top gentlemanly scents, classy scents of 2020. Here's the deal. The number one spot, let me get a drum roll. If you guys want a fragrance that's going to definitely make you stand out in the crowd, when you open a door, when you enter a room and you leave that room, this trail that will follow you will get people talking and asking you, what in the world are you wearing? Then this is a fragrance you guys definitely want to check out. I love the brand and I absolutely am enamored with this fragrance. And I'm talking about Amor Oud, and the fragrance here is Oud Tabac. As the name implies, it's an oud and tabac based scent, but get this fragrance, you know what it reminds me of? This fragrance, it's like Raja Dove, Enigma had an affair with Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This is their offspring. But here's the thing, besides having that cognac feel, that tobacco feel that you get with, you know, Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford and Raja Dove's Enigma, this also has a very predominant leather facet. So if you love leather fragrances like myself, you love boozy scents, you love tobacco fragrances, this is the best of all worlds combined and fit into a bottle, guys. This stuff here is amazing. It will be my scent of the day today. And I urge you guys to find a better gentlemanly-like scent that's going to demand and command attention like this one, guys. Check out this fragrance, come back to the video and let me know. And of course, I'm gonna have all these fragrances linked below, but if you don't wanna get a bottle, you just wanna get a sample, you wanna try before you buy it, you can do that with myfragrancesamples.com. Again, I'll have all the details listed in the description for you guys. And of course, let me know also in the comments what top gentleman-like fragrances you guys love to wear. Perhaps I'll find something new that I'm gonna try myself and see how much I love it. So I love to read your comments and find new things that you guys suggest. So please be sure to sound off in the comments. And if you guys heard of ScentXplore 2019 that happened last year, you will not want to miss ScentXplore 2020. And get this year, everyone can attend because it is going to be a virtual event. All details below in the description along with the website. By the time you're watching this, I know the website is up and running. You can find out the brands that are going to be featured this year, the speakers. We're going to have an actual master perfumer joining us this year to discuss niche fragrances. We're gonna have some musical performances from the people here in the fragrance community. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a memorable time to share this passion that we all have in common. So guys, check it in the description. Don't miss out. There's a cap though. Everyone's invited. There's no travel involved. It's going to be a virtual event. You can come, you can join us. It's gonna be incredible, but there's a cap. There's only so many thousands of people that we can have watching and partake in the event at any given time. So please be sure to check out the details. Join us. We'll love to have you guys. As always, remember, fragrance is emotion, so be sure to choose your fragrance wisely and wear what truly moves you. I will see you again right back here, as you know, very soon. Take care.